There are all sorts of issues and circumstances there, but we've all been through. A piece of advice I think I was given: don't treat it as a receiving line, so don't start shaking hands.
Did Prince Edward just drop a bombshell about Princess Diana? Rumors are swirling that he's finally addressing long-buried royal secrets, and it's sending shockwaves through the palace. What did he say? And why now, after all these years? Brace yourself. This could change everything we thought we knew. Prince Edward has always been seen as the quietest member of the royal family. Unlike his older brothers, Charles and Andrew, he never found himself entangled in major scandals or public drama. He kept his role straightforward, staying away from conflicts and focusing on his royal duties. But now, things have taken an unexpected turn. Reports suggest that Edward has broken his silence about Princess Diana, and his words are causing quite a stir. For decades, he avoided commenting on the events surrounding her life and legacy, choosing to remain in the background. So, why now? Many are questioning what led Edward to finally speak up. Some believe he wants to set the record straight, while others think there could be deeper motives at play. Could he be trying to shift the public's perspective on Diana? Or is there something bigger happening behind palace doors?
And what's really exciting about what's going on in the States is that nearly 50% of the young people involved.
Whatever the reason, one thing is certain: Edward's words are making waves, and the royal family isn't happy about it. The timing of his remarks is also suspicious, as the monarchy has faced mounting scrutiny in recent years. Could this be a strategic move, or is Edward finally sharing what he's held back for years? The public is divided. Some applaud him for being honest, while others believe his revelations may tarnish Diana's memory. But what exactly did he say that has everyone talking? Let's break it all down. Unlike Charles, Edward never played a central role in Diana's life. He wasn't involved in the high-profile struggles of her marriage, nor did he engage in the media frenzy that surrounded her. Yet he saw everything, from the fairy tale beginnings of her royal life to the heartbreaking challenges she faced behind palace doors.
I can't necessarily remember when that realization was.
Edward was just 20 years old when Diana married Charles. He watched as the world fell in love with the new Princess of Wales, fascinated by her warmth and charm. But inside the palace, things were not as perfect as they seemed. Diana's popularity overshadowed the monarchy, and tensions behind closed doors only grew stronger. Reports suggest that Edward was a silent observer as Diana struggled to fit into the rigid royal system. He witnessed how the monarchy reacted to her growing influence and how her openness clashed with the traditional ways of the family. Diana wasn't just any royal. She was a force of nature. She redefined what it meant to be a princess, but that didn't sit well with everyone. Edward reportedly saw the pushback she faced, the battles she fought, and the moments where she stood alone. Yet for decades, he said nothing. He watched from the sidelines as Diana's story unfolded, and later, as her legacy became a symbol of both inspiration and controversy.
The type of program I've been looking for some time, and I'm very happy to have done.
But now Edward is speaking up, and what he's revealing paints a picture that few expected. So, what exactly did Edward say that has everyone talking? Sources claim that his remarks provide a different perspective on Diana's struggles. While the world has long seen her as the beloved people's princess, Edward's words suggest that the reality inside the palace was far more complex. According to insiders, Edward acknowledged Diana's impact, but also hinted that her rising fame caused friction within the monarchy. He reportedly suggested that her approach to royal duties, while groundbreaking, created internal tensions that were difficult to manage. This isn't to say Edward was dismissing her influence or struggles, but his comments suggest that both Diana and the royal family struggled to understand each other. He allegedly spoke about how miscommunication and differing expectations played a role in the growing distance between Diana and the monarchy.
I'm not going to say anything, babe.
But Prince Charles did give us a hint himself. He said we wouldn't.
These claims have sparked heated debate. Some believe Edward is simply offering an honest reflection of the past, while others think his remarks attempt to rewrite history. Was Diana a victim of an outdated system? Or were there deeper challenges that even her admirers never fully understood? Edward's comments have left more questions than answers, and the royal family's response has been telling. Edward's words didn't go unnoticed. Reports suggest that King Charles and Prince William were caught off guard by his remarks. The family has spent years carefully shaping Diana's legacy, and Edward's unexpected comments could disrupt everything. Charles has long struggled with public perception surrounding Diana. No matter how much time passes, His past with her remains a topic of discussion. Edward bringing it up now? That's a problem. For William, this is personal. He has spent his life honoring his mother's legacy, keeping her memory alive through his charitable work and dedication to duty. Edward's statements might complicate that narrative. And then there's Prince Harry. His relationship with the royal family is already strained, and Edward's remarks could widen the gap even further.
What happened to my mum and the fact that I was a kid and I felt helpless.
Harry has spoken openly about his mother's struggles, and if Edward's words downplay them in any way, tensions could escalate once again. Behind closed doors, the palace is reportedly scrambling to control the damage. But it's not just the family's reaction that matters. The public is divided too. Some say Edward's honesty is long overdue, while others believe his silence should have remained unbroken. Either way, there's no turning back now. As expected, Edward's comments have sparked a heated debate. Some believe he's offering a necessary, honest reflection of Diana's time within the royal family, while others think he's trying to rewrite history to protect the monarchy. Diana's supporters argue that this is yet another attempt to shift blame away from the institution.
And really what he wanted to try to do was to find a means to be able to inspire them.
They claim that the royal family failed to support Diana when she needed them most, and that Edward's comments only served to protect the monarchy's image rather than acknowledge the full truth. Many believe Diana was unfairly treated, and that no amount of royal revisionism will change that. On the other hand, some royal watchers appreciate Edward's honesty, saying his comments could help the world understand a more nuanced version of what really happened. To them, the public has always viewed Diana as an innocent victim, while the monarchy was painted as cold and uncaring. But Edward's words suggest that the reality was far more complicated, that neither side was entirely blameless, and that misunderstandings played a bigger role than people realize. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Social media has erupted with contrasting opinions. Some are fiercely defending Diana's legacy, saying her humanitarian efforts and the warmth she brought to the public far outweigh any internal family struggles.
Show how an individual can turn the nourishment of the...
They argue that her real fight was against an institution resistant to change, one that refused to accept a modern woman who was unafraid to show emotion and connect with people in a way no royal had done before. Meanwhile, others believe Edward's perspective offers a different, necessary truth, that Diana's increasing influence, while inspiring, caused internal turmoil within the monarchy. They argue that Edward isn't tarnishing Diana's name, but instead revealing just how unprepared the royal family was to handle such a unique and powerful figure. And it's not just royal experts who have something to say. Celebrities, historians, and even former palace insiders have chimed in, each adding their own take on what Edward's words could mean. Some claim his comments could spark more royal revelations, leading other family members to finally open up about Diana's struggles and the role the monarchy played in them.
Don't believe that he's going to be putting his feet up completely and sort of disappearing into the background and never being...
Meanwhile, others see this as a carefully calculated move, one that's meant to reshape Diana's narrative without directly attacking her legacy. They believe the timing of Edward's remarks is suspicious, as the royal family has been facing increasing scrutiny in recent years. Regardless of where people stand, one thing is crystal clear. Edward's words have reignited the conversation about Diana's legacy, and the public isn't backing down. But this isn't just about the past, it's about what happens next. With Edward's remarks now out in the open, the question remains, what's next? Will the royal family address his claims, or will they attempt to quietly move on? Could Edward's words inspire other royal members to share their own thoughts on Diana? One thing is certain, this conversation isn't ending anytime soon. Diana's story has shaped the modern monarchy in ways few could have predicted. Even decades later, she remains one of the most talked about figures in royal history. Edward's decision to speak up might change how her story is remembered. But will his words bring the royal family closer together or push them further apart? And more importantly, will this open the door for even bigger royal revelations? Only time will tell. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Edward was right to speak up, or should some things remain in the past? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more royal bombshells, stick around for our next video. You won't believe what's happening behind palace doors right now.